Okay. And we are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Perfect. Michael, I'm sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Thanks for hanging in there with us, but we got it all squared away.
No, my pleasure. At least I could do.
Excellent. We kind of left off, where the first part of the segment we talked about traders' habits and whatnot. Let's jump in and talk a little bit about markets. What's going on today. I know the Fed is speaking today. Very exciting stuff. Give me a quick analysis of where you see the markets currently and where they're going.
Yeah, so I think we're going into a period here of seasonality where historically markets sell off, right? August and September aren't necessarily the most positive months for S&P or SPX performance. So
Sure.
The sort of pullback or the sort of sell-off that we're seeing here right now kind of seems to be going relatively well or kind of within sort of context. For me, as long as the VIX kind of continues to hang out sub 20, then there isn't that much fear of kind of general market contagion as long as that sort of liquidity stays relatively consistent. So really that's what I'm more looking for, making sure that volume stays there, and then happy to play trades in either direction. I think a pullback after making all-time highs in a lot of tech names or kind of pushing towards those isn't unexpected or an unhealthy sign. So, I think for me it's just business as usual here as markets continue to climb.
Okay, cool. As we get some directionality in markets, how does it change your strategy? Or is your strategy topped up where you can trade in any market condition? Give me an idea of how you kind of move with the seasons.
Yeah, so I would say just different market conditions lead to different setup triggers. So if I have a indication of what I think is trending price action, either a pattern breakout trend or just, 3 or 4 months of kind of nice price action, then I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive looking for breakout trades or looking for kind of dip buys that sort of support the daily or weekly pattern. And then to the flip side, right, if I have maybe more indecisive price action, then I'm going to be looking for kind of failed breakouts or reversions that kind of, tell me the same inconsistent narrative. So more or less, I'm trying to identify what the daily pattern is or what the sort of longer term sort of structure is. And then once I have that, I'm using the shorter term time frame to identify price action that, try to replicate or mimics that as best as possible.
Got it. And what is your preferred time frame to trade? Are you in and out same day? Are you holding overnight?
Yeah, I'm a pretty short-term time frame trader. I generally look for confirmation on the 15, 10, or 5-minute time frame, really whichever one happens first. And then I'm looking for setups on the daily time frame. So usually daily setup triggers, and then hold times anywhere from 20 minutes to 90 minutes. Just depends on how much follow through I can get in the market. But the beautiful thing about kind of trading these synthetic products is that I don't feel about time decay. So it's more about just making sure that I get the right thesis and I position myself well. And then how long to actually stay in is just a question of how long it's still kind of following my rules.
Got it. Awesome. Michael, one of the things you and I chatted about offline was our SurgeTrader's move to think markets. We've for a long time, we've had clients ask us for better execution, better market depth, dedicated server space, and the big one is tradable assets. So we are, for those of you who don't know, we are actually moving to think markets this weekend. It's going to be a brief pause in trading today at 2 p.m. We'll be back online at Sunday with a whole new brokerage. And we're really excited about it. It's going to give traders a lot of opportunities and, of course, that big asset pool that people have been looking for. Share with us a little bit about your experience and kind of what got you happy about that move.
Yeah, so for me, the main thing is the liquidity, right? So now you're competing with liquidity. You're getting the same type of liquidity that hedge funds, banks, pension funds are dealing with. So the execution speed, the execution consistency, the being able to just kind of be more deliberate and sort of more specific with sort of how you expect the market to behave, there's less variables to now account for. So I think that removes a lot of stress and makes it easier for me to kind of maintain that margin for error. But awesome. On a fundamental perspective, right, trading still is always going to reward deliberate decisions. So better execution speeds isn't going to reward rush trade entries, right? It's not going to work that way. So it's not like a solve for bad trading habits, but if you do have good trading habits, then it's going to kind of supersonic speed that up to where you have that kind of extra 30 cents, even extra 50 cents a share, where that adds up really quickly.
Interesting perspective. No, you're absolutely right. The faster execution does not help bad trades. So as long as you have a good thesis, it's going to help those who, like you said, deliberate decisions. That's a great way to put it.
Have you reward profitable traders to be more profitable?
Right. Exactly. Have you dealt with think markets in the past?
So I have used them a little bit. There's a server that we used actually in my trade execution days. So we did have a liquidity pool that would go there, especially for some of the more maybe like LSE listed names.
Hmm.
Some of the stuff that maybe like you don't need to find an alternative liquidity provider for an Apple, for example,
Right,
right?
right, of course.
But for some of those other securities, it was definitely a fantastic provider, and I've never had any issues with them. And then same thing. Christina and the team at Think Markets are really kind of engaging and are always kind of willing to support people. So it is a really nice relationship to have.
Awesome. Yeah, we've had nothing but great things with them so far, and we're super excited to bring it to market. And we've had a ton of great feedback from our customers who are excited about the change. So we're really looking forward to it. And thanks for reaching out when you heard the news and the kind words.
Yeah, I mean, it's first mover advantage too, right? So continue to kind of consolidate strength and continue to be like the best prop firm in town, and that's only going to just have fantastic results for your business. So I love the move.
Awesome. Thanks so much. So, Mike, I really appreciate you coming on. I know you took time out of your day off today. You're not going to do any trading today, but we really appreciate having you. We look forward to having you soon again, and to get some more of your great insights. Maybe next time we can pull up some charts on a trading day, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sounds great. We'll have a lot of fun and hopefully no tech issues next time.
Awesome. Michael, thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Take care, sir. Bye-bye.